Okay, so now it's time to take a closer look at some of the vocabulary. I have to say some of the vocabulary in this video is quite complex or difficult to imagine or translate. So I'm going to try and give you a better and deeper understanding of what these words and expressions actually mean. So you remember them, recognize them, and then you can use them if you want to. All right, let me make myself a little bit smaller. Get out of the way, Simon. The first example is housing ladder. I would say this is one of the easier expressions here. Picture of a ladder makes it a lot easier to understand. There you go. And it's this idea of going up to the next one, the next one, the next one, getting bigger and bigger in your luxury mansion. You can also see other expressions with ladder, for example, corporate ladder or even social ladder, with the same concept of going up and up. Let's move on because this one is quite straightforward. Skid Row, yeah, this is a much harder one to understand. The definition in the video means that it's got this negative, vagrant, perhaps a red light area to it. It's predominantly in Northern America, particularly to the West Coast, at least in origin, but it's quite a common expression internationally speaking. Let's break it down a little bit. So here you have a car skidding, meaning braking, going on the road. And I've included some trees because that actually connects to its original meaning. Next slide. Can you understand that image? So basically it's to do with chopping down trees, lumberjacks, and they would create a kind of path so they could pull the trees, maybe to take them to the river, to transport them, or to the nearest main road. Not a very nice place. They even put animal fat to lubricate the way to make the trees move. So not the nicest place to be. So yeah, it's got that negative connotation to it. And then in more modern times, it just means the nasty neighborhood nobody wants to live in. Okay, fully fledged. Turning second homes into a fully fledged business is becoming increasingly popular. Okay, this is just a way to say meaning complete, whole. But why? Why are we saying fledged? Well, let me show you another picture. These are fledglings. It's the expression for the small birds that are just about at the point of leaving the nest and beginning to fly. So fully fledged means their wings are fully formed, they are ready to fly and leave the nest. Complete. All right, hoard. Be careful with your pronunciation with this one. To hoard, yeah, there's the definition and the video context. It's this idea of collecting things, lots of gold, for example, and never throwing anything away. It does have this kind of treasure element to it. So think of crazy kings getting all of the gold and taking it from the poor people. Or maybe your grandmother who refuses to throw away anything, and we don't know why. Clear? Moving on. To hike. Okay, yeah, you know hike. Go for a hike in the mountains, as you can probably imagine with trekking, for example. Hiking, trekking are synonyms, but here it's used as a verb connected to increase the price. Fun fact, also, take a hike can actually mean go away in a quite aggressive way. So body language, non-verbal communication can make a big difference. Moving on. Boom or bust cycle is this idea of the economy doing this or this, never finding a perfect balance. A boom, easy to understand, I think. It's the boom years. Everything is fantastic. This is when you go and buy your big house and your new car. And then bust is the exact opposite. Here it is in some context in a news article. You can also use it when you're playing cards and you've invested too much. Go, oh, I've gone bust. So this idea of failing. There are other means or meanings of bust. Be careful with your Google search. Maybe go on incognito browser if you are at work. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that, found that informative. Please carry on with the crossword if you're so interested. Yeah, good luck.